with their nails done now.
The movie opens up in 1973 on Skull Island. We see Jack Chapman which is trying to catch signal with other soldiers which are trapped on Skull Island. Then he decides to rest and he sits on the tree which is grounded, but then this tree starts standing up and we get that it's not a tree, it's Spore Mantis. Jack Chapman takes his weapon and he starts shooting at Spore Mantis. Spore Mantis soon sees something else and it's going away. Jack Chapman first thought that it was scared of him, but then he looked at the forest and he saw a skull crawler which soon ate him. After that we see 48 years later. We see farm and we soon get to see house. We see field and we soon see Bill Chapman which is pretty old and he is riding horse. He is just having fun. Then he gets down from a horse and he is getting in the house and we see his shelves, we see his toy soldiers and animals and we get to see picture of Jack Chapman. Then Bill is sitting and he decides to watch TV. He turns on TV and television shows some gorillas at zoo. Then Bill remembers something and he is getting angry. He remember Kong, and that's when he hears some noise of jeeps from outside. He stands up and he is opening the door of his house, and we see 3 black jeeps which are parking in his garden and we see some men in black suits which are coming out from a car. Bill didn't seem excited because he already knew them, and he invited them inside. Then they sat around the table and they were discussing how they should have entered to the Skull Island, but then one of them says that Skull Island has a hollow earth under it and they could use it, but then another man said that there were some really scary monsters underground. And then Bill Chapman said with a bit smiley face, "We can make it as our advantage." After that we see Skull Island which is now in peace. We see Khan's axe which is dropped on the ground. We see wildlife which are living okay. Then we see giant buffaloes which are now around 95 feet, yeah. They have grown. Then we see Holy Tiger which is walking in the jungles and he is about to catch a deer when something steps near them and deer escapes. Then we see Kong which is coming. Tiger gets scared and he is running away. We see Kong which is pretty good now. And then we see Osprey which is flying above him. But Kong doesn't really care, as it seems ospreys are flying often on Skull Island and this already familiar to Kong. Then we that Khan is going to a lake and he drinks some water. After that we see Bill Chapman which is sitting in the helicopter. Bill was quite rich and him and this boys had a small organization which was called the Rala. Then they get into sector underground base and we see his soldiers. Then they meet in the meeting center and they were telling Bill that when Kong dropped the helicopters, he killed their family members. As it seems almost all of them had a contact or touch with killed troops, but Bill already knew that. He was interested about the plan. Then one of the women said that Monarch was going to explore Hollow Earth where they were hearing crazy sounds from. But unfortunately they didn't have enough technology to search a signal. But if they'd follow Monarch they would find the place where signal was coming from and they would release skull crawlers and something even bigger that'd set island on fire. Then Bill laughed and he said, "Then let's begin."